to IPO your business, on average, it's $3 million in 3 years. So it's only, for the big businesses out there. And what a lot of businesses feel that they need is more capital, as in more working capital to grow, get more staff, more product, et cetera, et cetera. But the thing is, for a small business to raise funding these days, it's quite onerous. And you're going to be paying all sorts of fees. So you could go to Crowdcube or Funding Circle or whatever, and whatever crowdfunding you raise, you're going to be paying a 5% commission straight away. So that's grossly inefficient. I mean, these crowdfunding platforms, they're going to be disintermediated as well. There's no reason for a 5% commission. And when someone's investing in a company, again, there's that trust issue. If you're going to invest money into one of my companies, the questions you're probably thinking, whether you say it or not, is, do I trust him? If I give him, say, 50 grand, what is he going to do with my 50 grand? Is he going to blow it up the wall? Is he going to buy another Tesla? Is he going to use it, am I going to use it properly? Is it, will I get my return? There's so many questions you have to meet up here for you to basically give me money, yeah? And there's a trust issue, etc. The thing with crypto is, and by tokenizing your business, you can bypass all of that. And this also comes back to, smart contracts. So who's heard of my coffee machine analogy? Okay, a few. Okay, not that many. That's good. Cool. You're in for a treat. No. So let's say, okay, there's two ways that tokenization would work. Here's the first one. Let's say I'm a coffee shop owner, and my coffee machine breaks. Or I just want a bigger coffee machine because I've got too many customers in. And this coffee machine is £10,000, and I don't have 10 grand, but I really need it. So what I could do, if there was a tokenized asset market, let's say in Norwich, I could go to the local Norwich tokenized asset, it's basically crypto stock market, and go, hey, I need 10 grand, and it's not for me or staff, it's literally to buy this machine. And you'll be able to raise funding straight away. And here's why. Because so either 10,000 people can all put £1 in, or one person can put it all in, and there will be no trust issues because through a DLT or even a blockchain, all the money that is raised from this venture will go into a segregated wallet, which I have let's say it's my coffee shop, I won't have any control of that wallet. And there will be a whole bunch of smart contracts in place so that the second £10,000 has been fully, that £10,000 will go to the pre-approved coffee machine supplier, and everyone can see the movement of this money. It will go to the coffee machine supplier, and on the blockchain it will show that this supplier has received £10,000 for this machine at that price. So there's no backhand jobs like I'm going to buy a coffee machine from you. Everyone will see I bought the coffee machine, and then again on the blockchain you'll see that the coffee machine has been dispatched and delivered into the shop. And then there'll be, I guess this links in with the Internet of Things, because there will be certain sensors on this coffee machine to the point where, I don't know, let's just say it takes 1,000 cups of coffee to repay the, in fact, no, to 5,000. Let's say you're making roughly £2 net profit per cup of coffee. So you need to basically make 5,000 cups of coffee just to break even. So what happens is every single time this machine makes a cup of coffee, that £2 that £2 in net profit will be connected to various crypto wallets, and it will basically be spread out amongst all of the investors of that coffee machine. So I don't even touch any of the profits. So this is a non-profit machine until it's basically made the 10 grand back plus the 10% ROI or whatever APR is on as part of this crowdfund. And let's say after, I don't know, 6,000 cups of coffee later, everyone is paid back, and you've made your ROI, guess what? I've basically got a coffee machine for free. There's zero trust issues. The only thing you have to trust is the platform, as in the lending platform. And if it's decentralized, disintermediated, no one owns it, there's no profit slicing, it's going to help boost GDP everywhere. And so that's one way of doing it. And also, what you'll see is, you'll see lots of tokenized asset markets. So if you go back maybe 30 years, there were dozens and dozens of stock markets around there, dozens. And it's only in recent years, like over the last 20 years, all the stock exchanges around the world have just basically like been gobbled up by big entities like Intercontinental Exchange, because they want a monopoly. In the UK, I think at one point, there was something like 40 odd different stock exchanges. They're all really small, but they're really efficient. And so when this tokenized asset market kicks off, you will have tokenized asset markets everywhere. So you have the the Norwich Stock Exchange. I'm just going to say stock market, but it's crypto stock market. You'll have the St. Albans crypto stock market, etc. And so you will be able to list, you can tokenize your own business and say, okay, I've got 100% equity in my business, so what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to convert that into those 100 shares, I'm going to turn it into 100 coffee shop tokens. There we go. And what I can do is go, right, I have a very successful coffee shop in Norwich. Who wants to have a piece of my pie? And I can basically go, right, I will put 20 coffee tokens up onto the local stock market, and people can buy, equity in it. So that way, people that probably frequent the shop a lot can go, oh, cool, I can buy, a chunk of that business. And what would then happen is that the profits, any company that's connected to this tokenized asset market, their bookkeeping and accounts will also, no doubt, go onto a blockchain as well. So what will then happen is that when the coffee shop makes profits, it will be automatic. And so the profits of the business will automatically be distributed to the shareholders, or the token holders. Does that sort of make sense? I've gone all over the place. In reality, won't see a proper tokenized asset market for 2 or 3 years, maybe within 5 years, but there's going to be harsh resistance from the existing stock market. Because whoever owns the FTSE 100, 250 in the AIM market, they are going to lose out shitloads. The legal industry are going to fight this tooth and nail. Because, the £3 million or dollars it cost to IPO, nearly all of that goes to the freaking solicitors. Apologies if there are any solicitors. Slash, not really.